The Arabian Peninsula. A place of really hot deserts, huge skies, and old stories that seem to be carried on the wind. The vastness of the desert stretches as far as the eye can see, creating a sense of endless adventure and mystery. This giant piece of land, sticking out from Asia, makes you think of tall sand dunes and shimmering mirages. The heat waves create illusions that dance on the horizon, making the desert seem alive. But the Arabian Peninsula is not just empty desert. Hidden within its vast expanse are oases that provide life and sustenance, and towns that have thrived for centuries. It's full of history, culture, and the strong spirit of its people. The ancient landmarks tell stories of civilizations that have risen and fallen, and the cultural activities reflect a rich heritage. For many years, the Arabian Peninsula has been a place where different cultures met, a bridge between the East and the West. It has been a melting pot of ideas, traditions, and innovations. Trade routes carrying cool spices, valuable metals, and beautiful silks crossed its dry land, leaving behind a mix of cultures. These routes were the lifelines that connected distant lands and facilitated the exchange of goods and knowledge. From the busy ports on the Mediterranean coast to the old incense routes in the south, the Arabian Peninsula has seen empires come and go. Each empire left its mark, contributing to the rich tapestry of history that defines the region. In the middle of the Arabian Peninsula is a huge and dangerous desert, a place where you need to know the land really well to survive. This harsh environment tests the resilience and ingenuity of those who call it home. This is where the Bedouins live, groups of people who travel around and have lived in these sands for thousands of years. Their nomadic lifestyle is a testament to their adaptability and deep connection to the land. Their lives are connected to the desert. The Bedouins' traditions and way of life are intricately woven with the rhythms of the desert, showcasing a unique harmony between humans and nature. The Arabian Peninsula is in a very important spot in the world, right between Africa and Asia. This special location has made it a key part of the old trade routes that connected the East and the West. With the Red Sea, the Persian Gulf, and the Arabian Sea around it, the peninsula was like a natural bridge for traders and travelers. From the busy ports of Alexandria and Constantinople to the spice markets of India and the Silk Roads of China, goods traveled across the Arabian Peninsula. Frankincense and myrrh from the south were super valuable, and their amazing smells filled temples and palaces. Spices like pepper, cinnamon, and cloves from the east changed how people cooked in Europe. The constant movement of people and goods created a lively mix of cultures. The huge deserts of the Arabian Peninsula are home to the Bedouins, traveling Arab tribes who have been crossing these sands for centuries. These nomadic people have a deep connection to the desert, which has shaped their way of life and culture over countless generations. Their lives show how tough and adaptable people can be, and their culture is connected to the desert. The Bedouins have developed unique skills and traditions that allow them to thrive in one of the harshest environments on Earth. The Bedouins are experts at surviving, and they pass down their knowledge of the land and its animals from one generation to the next. This transfer of knowledge ensures that their way of life continues, even as the world around them changes. Their traveling lifestyle depends on their camels, sheep, and goats, which give them food and transportation. These animals are not just resources, they are integral to the Bedouin survival and are treated with great care and respect. The camel, sometimes called the ship of the desert, is their most important animal because it can travel long distances without water. This remarkable ability makes camels indispensable for the Bedouins' nomadic lifestyle. Bedouin tents made from goat hair are easy to move. These tents are designed to be both durable and portable, providing shelter from the harsh desert climate. They can quickly set them up and take them down as they go from one grazing area to another. This mobility is crucial for following the seasonal patterns of grazing and water sources. Bedouin society is built on strong families, with tribes divided into clans and groups, each with its own sheikh or leader. These leaders play a vital role in maintaining the social structure and traditions of the Bedouin people. In the middle of the vast Arabian Peninsula lies Mecca, a city that holds profound significance for Muslims all over the world. It is a place of deep spiritual importance and a destination for millions of pilgrims each year. At the heart of this sacred city stands the Kaaba, a simple yet profoundly revered cube-shaped structure, draped in an elegant black cloth. This building is the focal point of the Grand Mosque. The Kaaba, which translates to cube in Arabic, is the most holy site in Islam. It serves as a central point for pilgrimage and prayer, drawing millions of Muslims from around the globe. Muslims around the world face the Kaaba when they pray 5 times a day, uniting them in a shared direction of worship no matter where they are. The Kaaba is constructed from granite and is enveloped in a black silk cloth known as the kiswa. This cloth is meticulously replaced every year during the Hajj pilgrimage, symbolizing renewal and reverence. Embedded in the eastern corner of the Kaaba is the Black Stone, a revered meteorite that holds a special place in Islamic tradition. Pilgrims often reach out to touch or kiss this sacred stone. During the Hajj pilgrimage, Muslims from all corners of the earth converge in Mecca to perform tawaf, a ritual that involves walking around the Kaaba 7 times in a counterclockwise direction, symbolizing the unity of believers in the worship of the one God. The Kaaba's history goes back thousands of years, and its beginnings are connected to the stories of prophets. According to Islam, the Kaaba was first built by the prophet Ibrahim and his son Ismail as a place to worship the one God. Ibrahim was told by God to leave his wife Hajar and their baby son Ismail in the empty valley of Mecca. When their food and water ran out, Hajar looked everywhere for water for her son, running 7 times between the hills of Safa and Marwa. Suddenly a spring appeared at Ismail's feet. This is where the well of Zamzam is today. Years later, Ibrahim came back to Mecca and with Ismail rebuilt the Kaaba, making it a place for pilgrimage and prayer. When Islam began in the 7th century, it changed the Kaaba's history. The Prophet Muhammad, who was born in Mecca, received his first message from God in a cave outside the city. Muhammad's main message was about the one God and not worshipping idols. After years of being treated badly, Muhammad and his followers went to Medina. This is the beginning of the Islamic calendar. In 630 CE, Muhammad returned to Mecca and removed the idols from the Kaaba, making it a place to worship only the one God. Today, the Kaaba is a powerful symbol of unity and faith for Muslims everywhere. The Hajj pilgrimage, one of the 5 pillars of Islam, says that Muslims who are able to should travel to Mecca and do special rituals around the Kaaba. Mecca, where Islam started and where the Kaaba is, has changed a lot in the last few decades. It used to be a small desert town, but now it's a big modern city that can hold millions of pilgrims every year. The Saudi Arabian government has spent a lot of money to make the Grand Mosque bigger, improve roads and buildings, and make things better for pilgrims. The Grand Mosque, which is around the Kaaba, has been made bigger several times with new places to pray, walkways and other things added. Modern things like air conditioning, water fountains and restrooms are all over the mosque. Even though it's modern, Mecca is still a spiritual place, and its streets are full of pilgrims from all over the world, their faces showing their devotion.